Welcome to Dubai for episode 2, where we're here to discover the future of luxury real estate. I'm Brandon Hinton, Creative Director of the Rake, and I'm on a journey to discover the future of luxury. Along the way, I'll be meeting with the minds that are shaping the industry and discussing their philosophies for success, as I attempt to define what modern luxury truly means to the next generation of tastemakers. Dubai. A place that history only seems to remember from its oil rush and Arabian cowboys in the late 60s. A desert transformed into one of the largest and wealthiest cities in the world overnight. Now, with more G-Wagons and camels per square meter and a government-supported fund for influencers, it's hard to know what's real amongst the skyline of this dazzling metropolis. But among all of its shine stands a new generation. A generation with their eyes set so distant on the horizon that as if they're writing history themselves. And one of those men is Alex Zagrebelny, a man who is using ancient knowledge to merge nature with the modern world. And I'm about to meet with him to discuss his latest luxury real estate development, Ewya.
So when you said you got in at 25 as your first development you worked on. At 25, were you like,
23.
Sorry, 23.
Yeah.
So you said 23 was your first.
But Ewya 24, and so we already bought the land plot for Ewya 2. So Ewya, the way of water, will be 25. You are correct. Yeah. Actually, you are correct. Yeah.
So I did my research.
Yeah.
So at 25, was this the vision that you had? Like, where are we sitting right now? And did you have that spearheaded vision of this is what it's going to look like, or has it kind of morphed along in the process?
Oh, of course. It's actually, I don't understand now who is the create more influence, me on my building or my buildings on me.
Yeah.
Because we are growing from each building together.
Yeah.
So we explore. So I call it that buildings must tell the story, spark imagination, speak to the senses, explore the elements, and of course. So in each of my buildings, we learn from each other. Yeah. Actually, it's in my opinion, so that each of my building is woven from the energy of the people who take part in the creation of it, and of course, it's create very big impact even on me because we grow together, we learn together. So we developed each other actually, not only me. Yeah, I developed buildings, but they developed something in me, something new. And our last concept and our last project, the first one in Dubai, Ewya, I call it really, it's a revolutionary generation of 21st century buildings. It's a building guru, it's a building guardian, it's a building game changer of real estate industry.
Interesting things is, we seeing from our end is there's quite a shift in what the definition of luxury is, particularly that with the next generation of ultra high net worth individuals coming through, millennial buying power sort of being a conversation around the table, and the needs around that is shifting. I think what we would have seen 5-10 years ago, the big conversation of that is sustainability, and I think this next generation in the driving seat is kind of questioning all the elements and having huge respect for things like artisanal craftsmanship and sourcing ethnically from your producers and and working with an environment that is very balanced and sustainable in all aspects, and not just, you know, a tick box exercise, but really diving into it and wanting to understand it. And how's that? Are you having to adapt to that within your developments over the years? Are you seeing new residents come through, and is that a factor to you, or?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. And actually, for me, sustainability, it's not only about resources. It's sustainability in relationships, sustainability and so on. Also, yeah, actually, I love my recommendation to read the Brunello Cucinelli website a little bit. Yeah, because actually his philosophy. Yeah. He's philosopher, great philosopher. Yeah. I love also, and he speaks about sustainability everywhere, in relationships, in culture, in like even like sustainable relationship inside the company.
Completely. And I think with the clients we work with, there's a lot of that comes through.
So that's one of the, for example, in Ewya, one of our gifts to the residents is a library, 2,500 books. Yeah. Then the list of these books was created by one group of philosophers. So we asked them, let's make a list of the books needs for preservation for humanity. Yeah, it's from Alexandre Dumas to autobiography of Steve Jobs. They all will be there. So, and this is our our gift. You asked me. Actually, I love when my children read the real books, not electronic version of it. Yeah, because the feeling, the connection, again, it's different reality when you use this old style books.
Yeah, I've noticed you mention your family a lot, which is I just think it's just so cool to hear. Is that you can sense that your family is such a core part of who you are.
Yeah, of course. It's my main muse is my wife and my daughter.
And do you design your spaces with that in mind? I mean, families with with children and a space that, because I mean we've seen a lot of modern architecture. We often talk like, you reference kids, and we sit there and go, oh, would I want to bring my kid up in a city, or would I want, we all say these things like, oh, I'd love my kids to get their hands dirty and to experience and touch and feel certain objects and, be around green spaces. Is that something that you, in your design process, you're conscious of that?
Yes, of course, because, I'm talking many times to some of so when we speak with our architects, because my feeling is sometimes, especially for the modern architecture, is the main enemies are the people who will live there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they need correct size of the windows. They need correct size of the rooms, not like in angles, but like the very simple even space. Yeah, because the energy flow, especially when you have like corner like this in the building, it's blocked. Yeah, and in Ewya, and actually in all of my buildings, the main focus is people who will live there. And you know what means Ewya? The name of Ewya.
I realized I wanted to ask this question right at the beginning, so I'm glad we get to. I've been so sidetracked with all this knowledge that's being thrown around. But Ewya, can you just, because that's a familiar name to Avatar fans, but.
Ewya, it's energy which combine all on the planet Pandora from the movie Avatar. Yeah, and the philosophy inside that Ewya is energy which connect people and nature and city, community inside. This is number one. Yeah, and actually I love this philosophy in first Avatar. And one of the rules of the Pandora is we don't use the wheels, because if you use the wheels, you need to build the roads. If you build the roads, you destroy the nature. So it's a very, very interesting philosophy behind it. But second meaning of Ewya is energy, energy efficiency, usefulness, yoga, well-being, welfare, and ancient knowledge. And the third meaning, but I said Paulo Coelho that universe always show you the signs. You need only to read it. And when we do the localization, so that third meaning, Ewya, is a highest level of agree on Arabic language. When you agree with everything, you say Ewya. Yeah, okay. And we don't know it when we create this name and philosophy of Ewya inside. Yeah, really. And these three dots, because this is this how Ewya is how you write Ewya on the Arabic language.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So that's how you now connect it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's quite interesting. You say how you follow the signs and then you find a name without knowing what the meaning is and the destination.
Yes, of course, of course.
Presents itself as that. I mean, how could there not be?
And Ewya was so we use it now, right? Yeah. Right now, so it was empty. It's they're waiting for us actually.
Yeah. So perfectly, yeah.
So that the space around you is a reflection of you, and if you understand that all objects around you create the vibrations, so and affect you, please learn what kind of vibrations you want to create around you. Death or life, love or hate. So actually put attention on it. So be in focus in the space around you. Actually, this is the main task. So it's not like yes, of course. So when you live in some kind of space, you not put attention on it. So it's like it's especially like after months and months, the life around you is running. You spend more time in Instagram than in your real life, and not focus on the details around. Actually, focus on your real life and be in moment now. It's the happiest moments in our life is now. No worries, no hates. So in now is only love.
The knowledge and insight that you've shared with myself alone, but I also do believe with the people who are fortunate enough to watch this, has been so incredibly insightful, and the development that you're doing, the movement that you're creating is phenomenal, and I can only say that you have my full support in this movement, because I think it is so crucial that it's spoken of, it's made aware, and I think we genuinely as humanity need to reshift our attention onto the things that actually truly matter. And I can only thank you sincerely for being the pilot of this change. And it's been so insightful to receive this information, to open up the world and to learn how we can implement it into our own lives, and yet still aspire to be in such a beautiful, luxurious space as the one that you've created. So I can only thank you for your time, and sincerely, I'm so enthralled to see you continue this journey. And I think the last leading notes I have is just for the person who's watching this that does want to discover more about the developments that you've created and in the various cities that you've created them. Where would the next step be for someone to go to continue following you and your journey?
I think you need to read and watch the Rake. Yeah, it's so actually my answer is like that. Yeah, because For me, yeah, and you inspired me at the same time, really. So with all your clear questions, it was amazing journey for me too, really. It was nice. It was nice.
It's very humbling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.